Insightful conversation with Samro, the South African Music Rights Organization, about music licensing. Discover how obtaining a license is a key step towards being a responsible music consumer.
This is something that Skupu should be very well versed about because you are a musician. We've got Karabo Sinna on the line. Karabo is the General Manager for Licensing and Sales at Samro. Good morning, Karabo. How are you doing?
Good morning, and thanks for the invite.
So, Karabo, who is Samro, and who would need to perhaps get like a music usage license from Samro?
Yeah, so Samro is the Southern African Music Rights Organization. Our focus is representing creators of music. So specifically, we are speaking to those that write lyrics of songs and those that compose the beats of the music that we love so much. It also includes publishers as well. So, we all understand that music is something that adds value to businesses, be it, broadcasters, be it even sometimes a restaurant or a shopping center. And, what the law essentially speaks to is that, whenever you enjoy such a right, which is owned by somebody else, there has to be some way that you compensate the owners of the people that created that particular music.
So, Karabo, most creatives will say, look, I just want to be in the studio creating beats, creating, the magic. I don't know much about the licensing aspect of it. What is the significance of obtaining a music usage license from Samro in supporting, music creators and promoting corporate citizenship?
Yeah, so firstly, it's a legal requirement. And I think often in South Africa, we treat certain things as if it's optional. So we would note that the Copyright Act does protect, music as intellectual property under Section 2 of it. And then Section 6 of the Copyright Act specifically says that anytime I use anyone's music, I must actually obtain permission. So in a practical world, if you want to play, a couple of songs for a specific celebration, or a festival, you can't necessarily go and contact all the people that created the music. So that's where you reach out to organizations like us, which is Samro, in which we are able then to provide you with a license, so therefore giving you the permission for you to use the music. So obviously there are much more benefits to it because we don't just provide you with a license for local music only, but because we've got relationships with other international societies, we are also providing you with the same license so you can use any music, be it local or international. But the benefit, obviously, for the creators is that, they are able to enjoy the benefits of their music being used through the processing of royalties that are paid due to them.
Okay, so who's then responsible, Karabo, for registering my music? Is it the record company I'm signed to, or is it me as an individual?
It is essentially, a shared responsibility. But simplistically, we see the creators themselves registering their music with us. And as well as on the publishing side, it will be the publishers. And then there is also the record side, because whenever we speak about music, there's actually two sides to it. In law, they call it, copyright in the composition. Normally people call it publishing. And then as well as copyright in the recording, people normally call it the master. So those are the two sides that we normally speak to, and you need to get actually a license for both for you to actually use any song.
And let's talk about businesses, Mr. Karabo. Where can a business obtain this license?
So the easiest way for you to obtain a license as a business is to contact Samro. So on our website, you are able to go on www.samro.org.za or call us under 011-712-8000. That's the easiest way to obtain a license. And I just want to add something. Sometimes there's always this assumption as to which businesses should get a license. Simplistically put, any business. It could be even you saying, no, I'm hosting a staff celebration. Anytime it's not just the festivals or the restaurants, people, or the cinemas, or, it's even a car wash. So any business that is actually enjoying the benefit of using music. So I can't listen to Boo's music and then say, listen, I'm going to enjoy it for free. Because, the law protects this creation. And I always equate it to, me having a house.
Yeah.
And the law protects the house. and then you say you're going to go and live in my house for free without paying me rent. It will never work. So music is the same thing. So anytime you use it, you have to pay for it.
Now let's move on to this one. What is a music user? When is a music user expected to pay a music usage license?
Yeah. So you're saying
what?
So just repeat the question again.
When? Yeah, when? Business or individual? Like when?
Yeah. So the licenses are not the same. So we've got various licenses. Some users pay a license literally monthly because they use the music monthly. So, for example, broadcasters, they would pay on a monthly basis. But you have businesses such as, let's say, a shopping center, or a restaurant, or even the apparel stores that we find in malls. They may pay once a year, right? And then you have businesses such as festivals, music festivals and all sorts of events that take place around the country. They would pay whenever the event takes place. So meaning they don't necessarily, pay a license for the year, but they pay per event because every single event is different in terms of sizes of the crowd, in terms of venue and the likes. So that is taken into consideration when licensing the music.
And where does that money go?
So the essence of the money is that it is meant to be then paid over to the creative. So what SEMRO does, it would charge a respective administration fee. At this point, it's in the region of about 23%.
Okay.
And then from there on, the difference then is paid to the respective, artists or creators of the music as a royalty.
And then lastly, my last question is, why is it important to get a music usage license for a business or a venue owner?
Yeah. So simplistically, it's you are being legally compliant. 2, you are actually not stealing, because the opposite of that is that you are committing piracy. So you are not stealing from people that tomorrow you will actually say, why are musicians dying as paupers? It's because you stole from them. And then thirdly, it's making sure that obviously as a good corporate citizen, you want to make sure that your business is compliant with obviously the law as well as helping the society.
Karabo Sindla, General Manager for Licensing and Sales at SAMRO. Thank you very much, bro, for speaking to us. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning into Radio 2000, the Big Breakfast Show, and exploring the world of licensing, music licensing with SAMRO. Remember, guys, supporting music creators through licensing is a vital part of being a good corporate citizen.
Outsurance will go out of their way to try and save you money on your car insurance.